Hi, my name is Josue Brizuela. I am a senior vocal performance major at Baldwin Wallace University, and today we're going to be talking about breathing. Now, when I say breathing, I don't mean the normal everyday breathing that everybody uses all the time. That'd be kind of weird and that pretty much make for a very boring video, right? So, what we are going to be talking about today is a singer's breath. What is a singer's breath? Now, for younger singers, amateur singers, when they're learning, what they tell you to do is to breathe from your diaphragm, take nice low breaths, full breaths, fill the balloon in your stomach, fill the life preserver all around your body. These weird little symbolic idiom things that most of the time don't really work. Now, the most popular being sing from your diaphragm, at least for me in my experience. What this is trying to get you to do, I mean, I understand why they say it, but what it's trying to get you to do is basically when you breathe and you take a full breath, you have this thing called the diaphragm, which is basically just a sheath of skin, tendon, muscle that separates your lungs from the viscera below. You're at a relaxed position, your diaphragm sits about right here. When you breathe, your diaphragm will start to flatten and then push down, which will then push your viscera out because it's the only way it can go to create space for the lungs expanding. This is what they mean by sing with your diaphragm. They mean get enough air in your body that your diaphragm is then pushed down and then pushes your viscera outwards. Now, it's not a forceful thing that's supposed to happen. It is a very relaxed action. It is relaxed breathing. It's not, I'm going to push out my stomach now. It's not how it works. It's a lot more relaxed. See, what happens with younger singers when they hear these things is that they will push their gut out as far as they can and just leave it out. That isn't healthy singing, that isn't support, that isn't really breathing. Now, in part 2 of this video, I'm going to talk about the anatomy that happens and the bones that move and all that stuff when you are breathing. So, join me there for the second part.
Okay, now we're going to move towards the diagram section of the video. When you breathe, your lungs will expand outwards and then upwards. Now, what happens, the reason that this happens is to make space for your lungs to expand inside of your body. Now, that expansion that you feel, you're going to want to keep it stretched out and expanded for as long as you can so that your rib cage does not collapse on your lungs. And that is the definition of support. Now, you can't see it here, but right about here is where your diaphragm would be. When you breathe, your lungs are going to fill in down here, and then your diaphragm is going to push out downwards like so. And then it's going to push your viscera, which is down here, outwards, because there's nowhere else for it to go. That is pretty much all I wanted to touch up on. I just wanted to give you a small little visual representation of what the body does during the breathing process. Thank you, and we will now conclude the video in the final part.
I just wanted to leave some last little final comments. So, breathing, although it seems simple enough, the technique for breathing for singers is not the same for every singer. Some singers will find different ways to do it. That being said, the fundamentals are still the same, and the knowledge of the anatomy and how it works together will be very useful to anyone learning how to sing. Anyone who already knows how to sing and doesn't really know what's happening. That information will be useful to anyone. So, thank you for joining me on this video of learning a singer's breath.